Ford Motor Company has had a long and storied history. Sure, they've had their shares of lows over the last century. Remember the Edsel? But they've also had some smashing successes. Look at the Model T. It put the world on wheels with a flathead V8. It was the first affordable, mass-produced V8 engine. It literally gave power to the people. Or the '64 Mustang. Need I say more? Arguably, the last earth-shattering development from Dearborn came in 1986. It was a family sedan called Taurus, and it was nothing short of revolutionary. Its sleek, aero-inspired design followed in the footsteps of contemporary Audis. Its quality, value, and style made it a winner and the best-selling car in the U.S. from 1992 to 1996. Ford even built performance versions of the first 3 generations of the car. Called the Taurus SHO, short for Super High Output, these cars were made in limited numbers and featured a screaming V6 engine that was co-developed with Yamaha. Later SHOs even featured a V8. They delivered astonishing performance and are still competitive with new cars today, almost 20 years after they first came out. Sadly for Ford, though, they messed things up after the first 2 body styles. The redesigned Taurus that debuted in '96 was overly oval and too expensive, which turned buyers off. The car lost its best-selling title to the Toyota Camry in 1997. Ford would mainstream the car's styling by 2000, but its reputation had been tarnished and it fell off most people's shopping lists. Ford quietly discontinued the Taurus in 2006 after a 20-year run. Sadly, no one seemed to notice, since in the last few years it had been sold in huge numbers to rental car companies. Never before had such a well-known nameplate been left to waste away. Desperately needing a competitive sedan in its lineup, Ford had been working on a Taurus replacement for some time before they discontinued it. Debuting in 2005, the newly designed 500 was an all-around capable sedan. But unfortunately for Ford, it turned out to be a slow seller, largely because it was underpowered and had boring styling. Shortly after the debut of the 500, a new CEO swooped in from Boeing to take controls of the nosediving Ford Motor Company. As Alan Mulally administered first aid to stop the company's financial bleeding, Ford engineers had been cooking up a heavily updated 500, now with more style thanks to a flashy chrome grille and more oomph courtesy of a brand new 3.5-liter V6. Realizing that Ford had just thrown away 2 decades of brand equity and name recognition by discontinuing the Taurus, Alan Mulally sought to change things, arguing that practically everyone knows what a Taurus is and who makes it. Mulally decreed that the refreshed 500 would be called the Taurus. So for 2008, the bull is back, thanks to Ford's matador, Alan Mulally. Time will tell if the reborn Taurus will ever sell as well as it did in its heyday, but it's not been off to a very strong start. Lately, the new car has only been selling around 5,000 units a month. That's pretty small volume considering that Toyota moves about 40,000 Camrys in the same amount of time. Even the 500 did better. But this could soon change. Rumors about the all-new 2010 Taurus are swirling. Insiders say it's absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. But Ford's been silent about the car. All anyone's seen of it is a blurry spy photo that may not even be it. As it stands, today's car is a solid offering with a name that narrowly avoided the scrap heap.